Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. So I'm jumping on the Rune Giant bandwagon essentially, and I've got the Royal Chef as well. And basically you're just gonna get a bunch of really overpowered cards compared to everything else, because the Royal Chef is gonna give you a +1 level up, and then your Rune Giant is actually just gonna enchant your troops and do a bunch of damage. So that's an interesting cannon placement. He probably realized that, so that forced out the delivery. So let's go with the Mega Knight here. That's gonna get at least one enchantment. So he's got a Royal Hogs deck, which means Mega Knight's gonna be super useful. I'm gonna go with the I want to go Rune Giant as well. He doesn't really have any great ways to defend my Mega Knight, to be honest, outside of maybe the Archer Queen, but even that, we're gonna go Earthquake for that cannon that I'm expecting. Yeah, and look at that, Mega Knight's gonna jump onto that Archer Queen, taking it out, and the Rune Giant is still perfectly healthy, so we can definitely just send arrows if he was gonna drop like 1 elixir skeletons, but it looks like that's not gonna be the case there. So just kind of hang out, and look at the damage just pile up. It is the simplest deck to use, I think, while also getting so much value. So E-Drag here for that. If he goes with the Royal Hogs, we can definitely just go with the Mega Knight, but I think he's just gonna wait and chill out for a second. See if we can get some damage from that E-Drag. He might try to go for a King Tower activation. Kind of surprised about that one, not gonna lie. Let's go with the Dark Goblin here. I leaked a little bit of elixir, but all things considered, not too bad. So we're gonna go with the guards here. I'm gonna go with the Mega Knight here. I'm not too worried about that Archer Queen, obviously, because he just used the ability. Now we can go with the Earthquake, and then I'm basically just gonna send my Ram Rider, especially since he drops that Ice Spirit. It's gonna be one of his best counters to my Ram Rider. He's only got log left, but that log came out way too late. Mega Knight's gonna jump onto that tower. Ram Rider's gonna take out that right side, and that is going to be a solid way to dominate in double elixir. So as you can see with this deck, take some damage as you need it, but you're not really going to suffer all that much afterwards. So let's go with the Mega Knight here, because you're just going to take so much, you're going to deal so much damage on the offensive side that, you know, you can take some damage and basically just deal with it afterwards. So we're going to easily 3-crown this guy. Good game, well played. Let's get on. Alrighty, so next match here. I feel like this deck is pretty unfair. The weakness of this deck is probably going to be the fact that you don't have a building, and maybe Lava Hound, although Lava Hound decks are kind of getting nerfed right now with at least the up and coming work in progress balance changes. So we'll see what we want to do here. Is he going to support that pekka? It doesn't look like it. We'll go guards like this. 2 is probably going to be enough, and I can go with the Mega Knight afterwards on that Goblin Giant and basically just get a cycle going. So that pekka's not going to be that much of a threat anymore. It's going to get a hit though. However, we're going to have a massive push here. He doesn't have his pekka, he doesn't have his fisherman. So what else does he have? I mean, honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he's got something crazy. But considering everything else, not too bad. We're going to get a lot of damage there, forcing out a late wizard and goblins just to be able to deal with things. And that right there is a really solid setup. Royal Chef's going to do its thing. And then we're going to go for a Rune Giant here. Wait for the wizard to lock on, then we'll go with the Dark Goblin afterwards. And look at the Dark Goblin start ramping it up. Then we'll go guards here afterwards, and that's going to help clean things up as well. That Rune Giant should get on tower considering how much health it has left. Plus it's level 12, so we'll get 1 swing. That's good enough for me. Even with that rage, we might get a stab off with the guard. That's really nice, because that means arrows is just going to take it out at 93 hit points. We also have Earthquake, so that's another option as well. I think I'm just gonna go with the Earthquake. I think arrows is a little more valuable. Also, I kind of have like a dead hand right now. Anyway, so we're gonna go Mega Knight here. We're gonna go Mega Knight versus Evil Pekka. So we're gonna do the E-Drag here, and basically try to help our Evil Mega Knight out there. And look at that, tearing things up. Really solid stuff. It's crazy to see the Evil Pekka just get tossed around like a ragdoll. So we're gonna go with the guards here. Look at that infinite chain, really nice stuff. We're going to go with the Dark Goblin over here afterwards. That's going to help clean things up. He might take tower though, but that's okay because we're going to have a pretty decent sized push coming down the lane here. We'll go with the E-Drag as well. And then we can go with the Earthquake. So the enchantment is going to help that Dark Goblin start tearing through that Pekka like there is no tomorrow. We're going to go with another Rune Giant here. And look at that Rune Giant helping our Dark Goblin clean things up. Really solid stuff. I'm just going to drop a set of arrows right here. Then I'll go guards for that Fisherman. And then I'm just going to go with the Dark Goblin here. And all we need is just for that to lock on. Good game. Alrighty, next match here. So really dominant stuff. Beating an evil Pekka deck is always nice to see. We'll go Rune Giant just to tank. I could use arrows, but you don't have like a 2 elixir spell. And I didn't really have like Dark Goblin or whatever. So we'll go Ram Rider here. Help clean up those 1 elixir skeletons. We'll go with the Earthquake as well. Maybe a little bit of an overcommitment on my end, but Ram Rider should get that enchantment. So it's actually going to switch over to the other side with a little buff from the Royal Chef, making it level 12. So really nice there. Now the thing is it a miner with the Magic Archer Tornado type of deck that I'm thinking of? Dark Goblin is going to get a level up right there, so that's very nice. I'm not too worried about this, to be honest. Let's go with the Mega Knight here. And he can probably go Magic Archer if he really wanted to, but I feel like he's probably saving a little bit on defense here. Let's go with the E-Drag, going down the other lane technically. So see what he has here. He gave up his Valkyrie. Okay, he's gonna get a King Tower off of that for sure. However, that bomb tower is in no position to defend him. Maybe just get 1 throw off right there. Yeah, but Valkyrie is not going to do enough as well. We're going to get 2 hits, so that's very nice there. Now we can just go Rune Giant, I think. Bring the Valkyrie over, basically soak up some damage. If he goes to the Magic Archer, that's totally cool. I get that. But so far, so good. Really solid. As you can see, we're able to just decimate, basically whatever he wants to throw at us. Any defenses that, you've seen so far, really just tore through it. We would take some damage, but the counter push is just absolutely insane afterwards. We're just going to arrows this down here. Let's go Dark Goblin, because we should get that little level up buff. And that right there is an amazing interaction that I love doing with this deck. So with 210 hit points left, we can definitely focus on pushing the other side a little bit. So let's see if that's going to be the case. We'll go Evil Mega Knight here. I'm going to go with the guards off to the side in case he's thinking about putting in a sneaky Magic Archer, which doesn't look like that's going to be the case anymore. We just really need arrows this, and then we'll be good. Taking that tower down, I just want to for sure take that out. I'm going to go with the E-Drag here. I'm expecting... Okay, I wasn't expecting that, but Dark Goblin is going to help clean that up. I'm really not all that worried about any damage we're kind of giving up. Let's go with the Rune Giant here. And then we can get a Ram Rider going as well, as it enchants the E-Drag. We're going to go Earthquake here, kind of clean everything up. Ram Rider's on through anyways. Good game, well played. That push would have tore through his right side tower as well. As you can see, some... Alright, next match here. Let's keep things rolling. Dominance rolling. The Rune Giant is basically key in this deck because you get that extra enchantment even though it dies now. However, if you want to sub out the Dark Goblin for something, definitely feel free to do that. You're not going to lose out on too much. Let's go E-Drag here. It's perfect timing. That's going to start stunning that. Also the Bomber, so really nice stuff. Let's go with the Ram Rider here. I'm going to go Earthquake if he's got anything else. But look at that push right there. Really solid stuff. We might just tower trade. And that's one of those things with this deck, is you have to be okay with tower trading sometimes. He saw an opportunity there. I'm not really going to fight him for it. However, I do want to protect my Dark Goblin, so I'm going to go with the guards here. He got that extra damage right there. But look at that King Tower, just at basically half after that push. So I'm feeling pretty good here. He's got a Bandit that we have to be careful of, but if he drops anything else, we'll definitely go with the Mega Knight. But if not, we'll go Rune Giant here, take that damage, soak that up, and we'll be fine. So he does have Inferno Dragon, so that's something we want to keep in mind. But it's not like I can play super aggressive right now, considering it's only single elixir. So we'll get a little buff here. We'll go and arrows this down, take out that bomber. I think we might get one hit because of that rogue ghost missing. Let's see, maybe we'll go Mega Knight here. And then we just need to have our E-Drag ready for his Inferno Dragon. It's gonna come up at some point. Now we do have the E-Drag here. Is he gonna drop his Inferno Dragon? Okay, there's his Inferno Dragon, so that's perfect for us. I'm not all that worried about a Ram Rider kind of making contact there. So we should be okay here. We'll go Dark Goblin afterwards, kind of help clean things up. We do get a level up buff right there on the Dark Goblin, so we're gonna be able to take that out. Now let's slow row somewhat slow row one through here. Let's go with the Evil Mega Knight as well. Now we just need that to survive at least a little bit. Would be nice. E-Drag there should be able to clean that up. Let's go guards here as well. He's playing this really well. Have to give him credit there. But I'm gonna get a Ram Rider going here. And it's like, what is he going to do to defend this? I don't really know. I'm gonna go Earthquake though. There's that Evil Giant Snowball. Kind of surprised, but that Evil Giant Snowball might come back because of the buff that it just received. So let's go Rune Giant here. Looks like we're not even gonna need it. That's a simple 3 crown right there. Good game, well played. Let's get on. All right, last match of the video here. Let's keep things rolling. Been super fun playing this deck. We'll go off with a E-Drag first. We just needed to stun that Dark Goblin, buying us a little bit of time with our E-Drag. And we're just gonna hang out here and maybe go with a Mega Knight. Once the Fly Machine crosses, of course, because once that Mega Knight's taken, or once the barbs are taken care of, Fly Machine, I want that to be targeted next. And the Mega Knight is going to jump on through, dealing boatloads of damage. And there's nothing he can do because he doesn't have the Barbarian. He's going to have to wait before dropping that Giant Skeleton. So really nice stuff. Mega Knight right now, I mean, I know for the longest time it was like basically a mid-ladder card, but now considering everything else, really solid. So let's go and arrows this down. Yeah, look at that. Perfect timing with that clone. I figured seeing a Giant Skeleton and the Skeleton Barrel, it's got to be clone right at that point. So definitely very good trade. So we're gonna get a guard with basically a small level up without its shield, so it just died immediately. However, let's go with a Rune Giant here. We'll keep things rolling. That is going to be a little bit of a problem. However, you do have the Dark Goblin, and that's why I like the Dark Goblin in this deck, because aside from arrows and log, it's going to help you snipe things down and keep things on their side basically. So we're going to go and Earthquake this, which seems a little odd, but I really want that to die on their side, which it basically did. And then I'm going to go Ram Rider here. So again, once that crosses the bridge, because aside from that, there isn't a great response to the Fly Machine in this deck, unless you want to use your E-Drag, which I really don't. Now we can go with guards like this. We're going to arrows this down here. Oh my gosh, look at all those skeletons. So that is where I'm just going to take whatever happens at that point. And I'm not going to worry or fret too much. And we're going to keep things rolling here. So all I could do at that point, give him a, he played it well, and that's all I can do. So he doesn't have a great response to this, at least that I've seen. He can just peel things apart, and that's really it. So we're going to go Ram Rider here, and look at that E-Drag. It's going to start tearing up the rest of those evil E-Barbs, giving us a really great opportunity here. Let's arrows this down. And the evil E-Drag is going to help clean up that Skelly Barrel, and it's going to go move backwards, so the Rune Giant is actually being targeted. We just need one more hit, and that's very nice stuff. Let's go with the Mega Knight here, again, once that Fly Machine crosses, and we are in a pretty decent spot here. We just need to go, I want to go E-Drag here, take out that pesky Fly Machine. Ram Rider here. Barbs are still going to be in the way, but Ram Rider goes around it like a champ. So we're going to clean things up like that. I'm going to arrows this down as well. We need one hit. We don't get it. Let's go Dark Goblin though. See if we can get something going right here. And we are 20 hit points away. This is going to be really, really close, guys. I'm going to go Rune Giant, try to soak up some damage. And I think we're going to be able to escape this really, really interesting matchup going up against Skeleton Barrel and the evil or the giant skeleton with Clone. So really, really solid match. I absolutely just dominated and tore through most defenses. So if you guys like this video, please like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time.